just processing it.
And we were streaming, but they're also our fake visible to the public.
Esther, do your intro song.
I have a pre-stream.
Now I'm forgetting what my intro song used to be.
Good.
Yeah, I forget what it is too, but you gotta do it.
No, I need to.
So we won't remember if you do it wrong.
Somewhere.
Esther has this nightmare every night where she's forgotten the intro song for Bodra Plaza, and she's on stream in front of 5,000 crazy streamers, and she can't remember the words.
Yeah,
and I'm being put on the spot.
Yeah, and everyone's being really mean about it for some reason. Like Sam's like, "Come on, get your fucking life together." Sam says in the dream every single time.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Right when like.
Does anyone remember keywords? I think I saved it in an email draft or something. So.
Paradise. Because it was based on Bachelors of Paradise and Intern Paradise.
Good memory.
No, that's
Look at
still
the brain on that guy.
That's still not coming up with anything, but I'll have to write a new one or find it at some point, or make up a new one to the tune. Social media interns. I made a poem for Ian recently. Was it about?
Let's hear it.
Okay, I'm gonna try to find it. I wrote it on Instagram.
That's a good way to start.
Related. No one knows the dragons you slay in your virtual coffee shop every day.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I can really relate to that, I can really feel seen to that.
Got a lot of dragon blood on your hands.
I mean, I'm not. That's why I don't show my hands on stream. I keep them just below. Is Kat on? Can Kat hear us?
Yeah, she can hear us. She's just finishing cooking some cauliflower deliciously.
Important to stay nourished. But if I started doing a quick recap and saying a couple things Kat could hear and would not be left out?
Yeah. No.
Okay. So
thank you the whole time.
I'm gonna. Okay, yeah. So the biggest recap is you guys just got in a big fight with well, not really a fight. You got into an awkward encounter with an M level named Brett Articuno, and you were sort of negotiating with her, but you had a pretty disjointed sort of performance. You're all in a secret room in Cool Dragon's coffee cafe, and you ended up, I guess it's important to remember, something weird happened with Holographic Kyle, and Holographic Kyle was all of a sudden part of the wall. There's no explanation for why that happened, but once he disappeared, you could sort of see through and hear through the wall, which seemed to be some sort of breach of privacy with what Cool Dragon's coffee cafe is normally used for. And then when Brett Articuno caught on that people could hear her secret meeting where she was talking about cults and viruses and stuff, she was pretty upset that you guys overheard, tried to get you guys to agree to encrypt the conversation as IP, but you guys, some of you agreed and then some of you tried to escape. It turned into a semi-fight. Intern Johnny summoned the intern common room so you guys could escape, and then Shmi cast brand mutation on Brett's nails and made her incredibly insecure about her nails and her made her feel conflicted about her competing brands of Girl Boss and Farm Girl. and it really rattled her enough to help you guys escape. She also was like pretty scary and powerful, like Curse and Shmi tried to use like Fire and holograms, and she was just like negating stuff as it happened. And but then so you guys got back to you went back to Intern Collective. I don't forget why you went down into the cubicle, but you answered an email. Oh, there was an email there, and it said "Truce?" from Brett. And you guys you were appropriately suspicious. Some of you at least were like, oh, maybe we shouldn't open that. But then someone checked brand mutation on the email, and the email was like the brand of the email was like newfound respect and an appreciation for your competence. So you all felt good enough about it to open it, and when you opened it, it activated some sort of procedure, and the door in your cubicle opened out and sucked you guys all out into some sort of like scary nightmare zone. You're in the brandscape somewhere. It's horrible here. It's like foggy and you can't see very far, and there's like strange little like pellets of mercury like crisscrossing throughout the sky and landing on the ground everywhere, and there's like horrific architecture about you. There's like an aircraft hangar in the distance, and like weird swampy puddles and a windmill, like a broken down windmill, and a bunch of other stuff. We'll go into more of what you can see when we start playing. But I just have a couple things I want to say before we start, and about just a couple things to remind. There's also, I realize that this is a very perfect place for me to figure out some of the like stuff in the game that isn't really working yet. So I do like apologize if like the game gets kind of broken at points in this game. I'm sort of like using this level as a bit of a like lab to resolve some of the things I find confusing, where your choices will be very valuable and informative. The other, one big thing I know I've said this before, but I want to reinstate it again, is that like, just like in Americanotopia, the style of the level is more like an environment's been created. There's lots of like stuff around. There's lots of like potential solutions for you to find, but like there's not like one winning strategy that I'm waiting for the players to find. There's very much like stuff and characters lying around, and maybe you guys figure out interesting stuff to do with those things to make your situation better. But like I don't have a set plan for how you guys escape this place or how you interact with it or whatever, so don't feel like you're needing to look for one specific thing. There is not a necessary predetermined solution. One of the rules I want to apply, especially right now, and we will, if the mechanic seems broken, we will scrap it. So if you try to feel a bit liberal with it, like I won't kill your characters if the rule that I made is broken. But I wanted to integrate battery power more and have us conscious of using that. So I've made sure that everyone's character sheet is updated with their current battery power. I just put everyone at full battery power, so you all have 30 battery power. If you click on your character sheet,
I have more, right?
What?
I have more, right?
You have a special object that could help you. So that we'll deal with that when you want to use it. And you go over to your attributes and abilities. All of you should have battery power listed, and you should all have 30. So I'm going to ask people to track their battery power as we do things, because you're going to end up, you're going to quickly figure out you're in a situation where recharging your battery is pretty precarious, which should make you more like precious about your choices and how you use it. The way I have it right now, and we will adjust this if it clearly is just like not working, but so there's a different battery costs for different kinds of things, and don't feel like you need to memorize this. I'll keep reminding you as we play. The first thing is that if you cast a new procedure, like one you just invented on the spot, it's going to cost you 25% of whatever the total bonus is. So if you rolled a 18 had a +2 bonus applied to it, that's going to cost you 5 whole battery points, which is like a lot, right? That's, just a couple of those will drain you pretty quickly. Using really class-specific abilities, like, if Kat was trying to use like IP to like identify something, or Sam was trying to use brand mutation. No, wait, that's the other Sam. None of your. If someone was using brand, like if you're using a class-specific ability that's sort of like low tier, it's just going to cost you 1 point of battery. Again, for minor things. And then if you're using a spell you've already cast and saved as like a stored procedure, I think I've started calling them cached procedures, it costs 10%. You also always round down. So even if you let's say you got like you're using a stored procedure and it ended up being like a 29, that would 10% would be 2.9, but we'd still round down all the way to 2. So unless it gets over the hump to 3, it's anyways. You don't have to remember that. That's just like I'm just explaining the rules as they're later enforced. And yeah, any questions about how battery power works?
What's the full battery power again?
What's the what?
Like, is full battery 100?
No, 30.
Oh, okay.
I've updated everyone's character sheet, so
Yeah,
at level 5, everyone has 30 max battery power. It goes up by 5 every level, so I think it takes like a jump at a couple of levels. But yeah, so like at level 6 it would be 35, at 40, 45, 50, 50. Oh no, it looks like it just goes up by 5 all the way until you become a C-level executive.
Yeah, I just noticed mine was at 30, and I thought I was out of 100. I'm like, fuck.
No, you're at like you're at your own version of 100 right now.
Okay.
So feel
My
good about
personal
that.
best.
If we quickly realize that just like 30 is like pathetically not enough for this kind of adventure, I'll try to like Deus Ex Machina something. So don't feel but I do want people to feel like conservative and precious. And yeah, one of the only other thing I have to say is that like hopefully I'm better able to figure out like rules in terms about how different the different streams interact and stuff like that. But like battery power and the interactions between the streams is some of the main problems I'm trying to answer from a game design perspective. But that's like moving straight forward. That's all. That's if you guys I don't know what you can. If you're on Roll20 right now and you see a dark screen, try to find your icons because you're all together on a small part of a big map. Sometimes you just have to zoom out until you find little Stan and little Curse and little Shmi and little Cashew and little intern Johnny. Any more questions about what I just said before we get into actually playing?
Oh, I found this.
I had an idea at one point that was like, if you do mount posts, you can get battery power back to incentivize posting.
Oh yeah, I remember when we talked about
That's a
that.
good idea.
Yeah, it's pretty funny to picture just people like you all have to take this big break during an urgent situation to just like let's make 10 mount posts so we can cast one more spell. Like let's launch an extensive social media campaign to save up so that like intern Kurt can cast sexy selfie succubus one more time to get us out of this problem. Be funny if like you had like you're
Hey
all
guys,
like
I'll just be right back. Sorry, 1 second.
yeah.
I'll make it something too.
The most intuitive thing for me is like 1 point of battery power per mountain post.
And what if it's what if one person's post helps everyone, gives everyone a battery point?
Yeah, linked mount accounts, linked battery. So let's do it that way for now, and then if the rule is not great. We can adjust it so that it is more or less powerful. I'm really not sure. Like, it feels like, I hope that, like, my guess with the numbers is good, but we'll find out. So mount.
We're outside. We get trapped in some weird dimension, being tricked by Brett Articuno after answering that email.
Oh, right. So we didn't go in the hole. We didn't go.
Yeah, and I'm worried that she actually wasn't impressed with us.
Yeah, you have no way of finding that out right now. Or, like, maybe she was, maybe she wasn't, but all you know is that she sent you here. And I don't know, it seems like maybe it was kind of like a revenge thing or a punishing thing or to get you guys out of the way, but who can really say?
Well, we have her secret information, so.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you're a real threat to her.
Yeah, we are.
In theory. Can everyone see where you are on the map?
Yeah.
So, just to give you another description, you can see. Okay, so the first thing I want to say is that Curse, you feel, actually everyone, you feel bad here. You feel like an immediate, like, atmospheric sense of hopelessness and despair, and it's, very, just like, this is a miserable place wherever you are. You feel like your battery power isn't changing, but you feel like your life force is being drained in some sort of existential way. Curse, you feel particularly bad, and if you notice that you're actually set apart from the group, and you feel like you're being like there's invisible walls pressing in on you, or like you're being like held in place or kind of like rocked around by invisible forces. Cashew, you feel a bit like cold and empty inside. So looking around you, just picture like, yeah, you're in like a cloudy, it kind of like, on some level looks like it's like fog and lightning, but everyone roll a perception check to start off. And we'll see how.
Oops, I forgot to add a bonus to mine.
Oh wait, I have a bonus too, I think.
Use it or lose it.
I also have a bonus. 18 bonus.
Okay, so Cashew sees everything.
There we go. I kept rolling wrong.
Just tell me what your total is for anyone who didn't bonus it up.
14.
Okay, so
I'm lying. I
Cashew,
don't have a bonus.
Okay. Yeah, shame on you for lying. First of all, shame on you. Second of all, so what you all can see is like, yeah, a bunch of like spooky fog rolling around and like lightning bolts coursing through the sky. However, Kat, what you notice is that like right in the middle of that circle that the four of you are standing in, there's like a little tube sticking out of the ground, like a little pipe, and it's shooting what looks like a little drop of like mercury, like a silver liquid, up in the air, and then like it's also catching it. It's like it's shooting straight up and coming down, and then you realize that those bolts of lightnings are all like little streaks of mercury, probably also being shot out of other tubes. Wait, Curse, did you roll a 19 or a 2? Or your first roll was 2? Your first roll was 2.
Yeah, I didn't add my bonus correctly, or I didn't add it. But
I'm gonna add your +2 to your first roll, but it doesn't really matter for you because you just all it really changes is just the effect of.
Is it real mercury? Because that's a workplace hazard for us.
I can't tell you whether it's real mercury. I mean, you can try to find out using all your cool skills. Behind you, Curse, you just hear a voice say like, "Oh, hi there." You see your friends kind of a little off in the distance. You feel like held in place or like trapped by unseen forces. And behind you, there is a small, balding man, wearing like a tweed coat. He looks like kind of like a drawing, and he looks like he's covered in dust. His hands are in his pockets. He's clean shaven, balding, small old man, and he's sitting there, looking kind of friendly, like a nice uncle or something.
I'm gonna be like, "Are you a little gnome?"
He like squints at you and says like, "What? No. Why would you say that? Why would you think I'm a little gnome?"
Wait, am I close by?
You can see that Curse is talking to someone 10, 20, 25 feet away. You can't, maybe you just see like Jonathan, you got what did you get again? You got a
14, something like that?
You got a 16, so you can see that Esther's talking to some sort of shadow in the fog.
I apologize for suggesting you were a gnome. I read a lot of fantasy novels during slow days interning at a marketing corporation. Are you also an intern?
He like gives a very weak smile and then just looks really sad. And then he sort of ignores your question and he's just like, am I really that small? Do you think that that you mistake me for a gnome from a fantasy novel? I mean, I don't think I'm that little.
I walk over there.
By the way, the guy looks like he's probably 5'7".
I walk over there and I say, "Are you Gnome Chomsky?"
Oh my god.
So, Jonathan, if you move your character,
That was
and
a
I
pretty
want you
good
to
job.
make.
Just trying to diffuse the situation.
I want you to make. Let's see. One. I want you to make 2 rolls. What do I want you to roll is the question. What is this? Perception, athletics, will, and what's the fourth one again?
Purple. People.
Oh, people skills. All right, I want you to make 2 will saves.
Does that cost battery?
No, saves don't cost any battery. The consequences of failed saves theoretically could, depending on what it was.
I'm just narking on him.
Every group needs a narc. So, Jonathan, you went over there to make your joke, but I want to say that on your way over there, you kind of lost a little bit of like confidence in yourself. So you might want to think about how you delivered that joke. Picture going over because you want to make the great Noam Chomsky joke, but on the way over there you feel a little bit like uncertain about like who you are and what you're doing. And then what would you say if that was the case?
Can I give them a pep talk?
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't necessarily even see Jonathan coming up.
Okay.
But like, or like, he still gets to get his initial joke in, but you can give him a pep talk after if.
Okay. Sounds good.
I start the joke as I'm walking over, like, "Hey, are you no?" And then as I'm walking, it just trails off and ending. Are you a gnome? Like I end up just saying, "Are you a gnome?" And then the Chomsky part just is inaudible at the end.
Oh no.
Is everybody?
And then I say, then I'm like,
today?
man, I really need a pep talk.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna give you a pep talk. For next time you want to make a Noam Chomsky joke. I'll just be like, you should never have any doubts about making a Noam Chomsky joke. Just just believe in yourself and go for it every time.
Well, can you roll can Esther roll a people's check?
Skills, yeah.
And then I get some sort of bonus if it's really high to my next Noam Chomsky joke?
Yeah.
No,
no.
I feel worse. Oh, I didn't know it was that bad.
I guess that was a really bad pep talk.
When someone tries to give you a pep talk,
Better than one.
That's a good point, Maya.
Thank you.
You're not only the narc of the group, you're also like the advocate of the group's poor roles.
Mm-hmm.
It's not much better than one.
It's twice as much better than one.
Yeah.
If my calculations are correct.
Yeah, wouldn't you say 20 was much better than 10?
Oh yeah. Same thing.
Yeah, ipso facto.
Starting with 0.
I'm trying to think of. I just don't know if the same math applies in a world where like 20 is the highest number.
Yeah, 20 is the biggest number.
Yeah. The Mafia told me that 20 is the highest number. Yeah, so Jonathan, you feel like, man, I'm never making a Noam Chomsky joke again. That was I'm a loser. I'm an idiot. Why did I do this?
Can someone give me a pep talk about my pep talk? I'm like starting to feel pretty bad too.
You know what? Maybe this guy will actually. I don't know if I've given him a people skills.
Wow, he's doing all this emotional labor for people who just called him a gnome.
And Noam Chomsky on top of that, like a failed Noam Chomsky joke.
He turns towards you and says, look, sometimes it's nice that you want to stick up for your friends, and it's not your fault that your friends are all trapped here for the rest of your lives.
What?
Oh shit.
And then he gives you like a weak smile, and then sighs.
So is it my fault?
I tried to make another joke, which is check please, is the joke I'm going to try to make. Because I want to leave.
Whoa.
I don't know, do I get a roll will save?
So I want to make those purple lines you crossed, Jonathan, are like where it seems to be like paths of which the Mercury crosses above heads. But just for everyone's knowledge, for the rest of you still standing there, you see like a lot of these little bolts shooting through the sky above you, and you seem like maybe you're at a central point of a bunch of them crossing or something.
Yeah, I'd like to do an IP check on the little like contraption nearby me. to like identify what it is, identify stream.
Yeah, sounds good. It's going to cost you 1 point of battery to do this, but make a roll.
Oh.
It's one of my like. Do I like it? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Do I add my bonus?
Yeah, you still like for a more mundane class skill like this, you still get to make a full roll and add your bonus, but it will only cost you 1 point of battery power because it's kind of like trying to keep the stuff that's the bread and butter not be too taxing. So you got an 18. Kat, you can detect that this is a SecOps spell.
Oh no.
One sec. I actually got a little write-up of the whole thing. Yeah, here 18 you realize that. Okay, so the pipe itself is made out of code. You can tell that that pipe like runs underground. So it's like the little piece of pipe sticking up the top is, not the whole apparatus. And you can tell that it's a coded object, but it's it's firing the little small mercury projectiles it's firing is a SecOps spell, and it seems to be a SecOps spell that has something to do with Vire. It has a lot to do with Vire, but it also has something to do with brand mutation. You can detect all that from Area 18.
So this is a SecOps spell that is coded to have Vire and brand mutation components to it.
It looks like the apparatus itself is made out of code, but the thing that it's firing is where the little mercury bead is made of SecOps. The pipe's made of code.
Okay.
The little bead is made of SecOps, but it looks like, because SecOps can be used to like protect from all kinds of things. Like it looks like it has something to do with like primarily has something to do with Vire, but you also get a little whiff of brand mutation.
Thank you. Sorry, my brain's very slow today because it's so hot and we've had so much smoke.
Oh
yeah, you guys are in your own little nightmare zone.
Yeah, it's a real nightmare. We tried to go outside today and we had to turn around.
Really?
Well,
How
we did
far
go
outside of your apartment did you get?
We were wanting to go for a canoe on the lake, and then I got sunstroke on the way there. And
wow.
Yeah.
And is there still like ash like in the air?
Yeah, it's just more like it's dispersed. Like it's it's just been overcast for a couple days. Yeah.
I'm just picturing it's like raining hellfire in all of Saskatchewan.
Yeah, there's no there's no ash falling down. Luckily, it's just going in our lungs.
Oh my god.
Just in your lungs.
Yeah.
Okay, good thing lungs. You got 2 of them. No problem.
Yeah, just use one of them for your like ashy lung, and one of them for your clean lung.
But yeah, sorry, a bit slow today. It took me a while to remember where we were. Cool, that sounds very
That's okay, because your character is slightly impaired for reasons that you don't understand yet. You're not feeling like yourself here. Everyone's not feeling like themselves, but you're specifically not feeling like yourself, and Curse, you are very much not feeling like yourself. But you probably both assume that everyone feels the same as you guys do right now. You don't realize that you're special yet, in a bad way.
Hey, is anyone else not feeling like yourself right now?
Whoa, what's
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm not feeling so hot.
I usually feel more confident in my jokes than I do right now.
I'm not really sure. This whatever this weird lightning stuff is, I think it has some bad effects. I think we're getting punished. I feel guilty.
Can I summon Milady Green Vapors?
Yeah. What is Milady Green Vapor's bonus?
Let me look.
I have to quickly jump out to pick up some grocery delivery thing at the grocery store. So I'm going to relinquish control of my character.
We can all do whatever we want to intern Johnny.
Yeah.
Like if you ever wanted to do something to intern Johnny, like just go wild. He'll
Just
relinquish
apparently
control.
don't try to tell a Noam Chomsky joke. 'Cause
We're
I'm
all
shit
just
at it
gonna make you tell Noam Chomsky jokes while you're gone.
poorly.
Yeah. If anyone wants to get intern Johnny to work on his Noam Chomsky joke routine while Jonathan's gone, get out of here, Jonathan. We've got big plans.
Okay, it's plus 17.
Thank you.
Plus 17 is the bonus?
Yeah.
Okay, so that just means that it only costs you 1 to send out Milady Green Vapors.
Well, I know I'm going to feel better once my lady comes. I am feeling a little bit off, but nothing my woman won't fix.
So in your character sheet, and same with Cat, just take 1 battery power.
Is that at the top?
What?
Where does it say battery power?
Go to your character sheet, then go to abilities and attributes.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's easy. That's so easy to...
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Bring in the lady. Oops. Wait, what the heck? Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, she's there, and she shows up, and she looks around, and she looks at you, and say like, "Oh man, what kind of trouble did you get yourself into?"
Milade, first off, how was your day?
I mean, it was fine until I showed up here.
I'm feeling
What
better
is
now
this
that you're
place?
here. I don't know. We were summoned here after I made some great zingers on an evil lady. And yeah, I don't really know. It's pretty scary here, and I'd love your assistance and just your presence to be close to me.
Well, I'm here.
Do you know how we can get out?
I don't know what that means. I don't know anything about this place.
Okay, that's weird, because you usually have the...
The lady is always pissed off when she's summoned.
I know. You really have to warm her up for a while.
I don't know. That's just kind of her personality. She's a bit of a she's kind of pragmatic.
Okay.
And she's not she's not easily charmed.
I can do it. I'm on it.
Schmidt
Yeah, so you
won't give up.
No, he won't. It's a great prize. It's a great glowing prize. Do you have any kind of sense of what direction we should go into?
I think before I can help you find the way, I need you to be able to gather more information, because I'm pretty lost out here.
Okay, so why don't you come just sit on my lap and we can look at the holograms together.
You could make a people skills check, or you could make a holography check to control her.
I'm gonna make a people skills check.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Come on. Still rolling the dice. Oh.
Milady rolls her eyes at you and starts walking off.
Pretty good.
But then she that's what Shmi says to herself as Milady walks off.
Not bad.
She looks back at you and says, well, I can tell you there's about 100 ways not to go around here.
Which can you put like a little glowy, sexy, glowy orb around all the spots that we shouldn't go?
No, I don't know how to do that. What do you mean make a sexy glowy orb?
Just like, make a little sexy little dance, and then all the orbs will like illuminate the areas that we shouldn't go. Maybe I'll add like superpower. You can do a sexy dance and make like wrong areas with like.
Look, I really want to be able to help. I really want to be able to do the thing that I'm designed to do. But I can tell you right now, there's not a way to go. If you summon me back when you have more information or a specific task, like maybe I'll be able to help you, but things are looking pretty bad for you right now, Shmi.
Okay, well then I just have one more task for you to do in the meantime.
What's that?
Can you give me a smile?
People skills check.
Oh.
Oh, that's pretty decent.
She raises her eyebrow at you. It does not look offended, but does not look completely all the way charmed. More gives you like a knowing glare and says like, "Goodbye, Shmi," and disappears.
Oh no, our only hope.
I tried, guys.
Well, I think that intern Johnny, noticing that perhaps he saw that Milady Green Vapors is no longer with us, perhaps intern Johnny decides to create an escalator to get a better vantage point of where we are from this kind of center place.
I'm making it a rule that to control intern Johnny, you have to tell one Noam Chomsky joke.
Yes.
And make a people skills check. I'll make a people skills check for him. But you give your Noam Chomsky joke.
Oh no.
Doesn't have to be good. You can make doesn't even have to make sense. Real low bar. The role will determine how good it is, not your performance.
Well, he goes up to he goes up to Shmi after noticing that Lady Green Vapors has disappeared. And he says, and intern Johnny says, "Oh, you can't, no luck landing a smile from Milady Green Vapors, huh? Well, let me tell you a little bit about manufactured consent."
That's
wow, that was amazing.
Despite it being a really amazing joke by Kat, coming out of intern Johnny, he doesn't do an incredible job at it. So it probably takes you all it takes you it probably takes you a second to get it, and then you kind of more react to it like a pun, like, oh yeah, good. I see what you did there.
Maybe I don't even understand it.
So Johnny can't just conjure an escalator out of anywhere, Kat. Like, he needs to turn something into an escalator.
Wait, you mean he can't do everything?
Mm-mm. Think of you ever watch like Full Metal Alchemist? It's like what is it? Equivalent exchange.
Yeah. Oh, there's not really anything around us other than the lightning and the pipe, right? Can he turn the pipe into an escalator?
He can try.
The mercury. Right? You can turn the mercury.
It will. Let me look at his character sheet and see what his escalator will cost him. I'm not sure if he has it written down anywhere.
He just knows it by heart.
No, he has this one. It's here. Oh wait, he doesn't have it as like he has it as a saved spell, but it's not like there's no associated points. It just has it roll it. I guess that's just like mine. I just hit the button that says Johnny Escalator.
Oh. Oh yeah, don't well anyways. It definitely doesn't work.
Oh, I tried. I'll tell him that I tried.
We will regale him with tales of your efforts.
Well, you have to tell him that really good joke. You should make a mount post.
Oh yeah, I'll make it a mount post.
The old man in the red tweed coat behind you says, "I wouldn't go wasting your energy trying to do anything to those pipes. There's some they're made of stronger stuff than that."
Oh, and what do you know, sir?
No.
Make a people skills check for the gnome joke.
Johnny's my friend to playing intern cashier today.
Imagine a whole bunch of people like drop down in your front yard and you're like and just start calling you a gnome and making all sorts of gnome jokes as though it makes sense.
And you're 5'7".
Like
you're like I'm.
Yeah, you're like only kind of short. It's just like
I'm just short enough to take offense.
But yeah, just to take offense, but also feel like it's like like they're in the wrong. Like I'm not a gnome. He doesn't even have like a beard or anything. Like he looks more like a used car salesman or something.
Yeah, I guess I really got that one wrong. I thought I was playing Dungeons and Dragons for a second.
Oh, are you a little hobbit? Are you a halfling rogue or a bard, perhaps? How come people never ask me that when I'm just doing stuff? You know,
I'll do it.
Oh, are you like a sorcerer, or a druid?
I should hang around Toronto just like in a wizard outfit and then ask people if they're gnomes.
There's been a lot of people running up to you saying, "Oh, good, I need an adventurer. Can you come do this thing for me?"
Or they'll just tell me their problems and then get me to fetch something for them.
I need you to kill like maybe 10 wolves.
Can you deliver this letter to my wife for me?
It's a specific kind of LARPing where you just sort of hang out in the city and try to talk to people like they're potentially part of your adventure. I gotta use the bathroom for a sec.
Yeah, I guess I'll give you $20 for that.
Okay, who's making the pee bucket?
I think we should just pee in this little tube out of the ground.
Okay, that's the kind of
maybe the pee will shoot back and forth like the mercury is doing.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, I guess we have to roll for believing in the tube, but we are all believing in the tube.
I'll also be right back.
Because the DM told us it's there.
I'm really believing it. Probably because I'm in a relationship with them.
Yeah. You're getting gaslit into the believing the
Yeah,
tube.
exactly. He's like,
I
think I made this.
I like the idea that when the executives,
Oh yeah.
when the executives made your intern bodies, they decided well, they're not going to feel realistic about their bodies if they don't pee. So we should create some sort of peeing simulation for the interns just to make them feel at home in their bodies.
Intelligent design.
Cashew and Shmi make a perception check.
Yes.
Where?
Nine.
2 9s.
Yeah, we're both 9. Together that's 18.
That's true. Hey, this is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you could put your...
What?
No, you don't see anything. The fog obscures all.
Damn.
Maybe we should do another perception check.
Oh, there'll be opportunities to make more perception checks, but
Okay. Okay. I guess we need to find out more information about this place.
you might. I'm not going to force you, though. You could just sit there until you run out of battery power and die forever, and we can start at the beginning.
Can I do a perception check? Can I do like an examination of the mercury compound that's in the space?
Do a what?
Can I do like a perception check on the mercury in the space?
Sure. We lose Sam? Where'd Sam go? Do you guys see Sam on yours?
I don't see him.
Okay.
Also, that didn't count because you couldn't see Sam.
You like
yeah,
sit
no
there
Sam.
waiting for the
but it
mercury
says
to shoot
unknown
out.
user.
Not visible, unknown user.
Check if he messaged in the group.
He didn't. You know when you're sitting waiting for a clock to turn to like the next minute, it just seems like it's taking way more than a full minute could. That's the feeling you're having right now, waiting to look at the mercury.
Okay.
And then you look away for a second, and the mercury shoots out, and you're like, God damn it! So yeah, nothing from that 5 perception check.
And
The
You almost hit a gunslinger?
no, I was gonna say the used car salesman looking guy says to Curse, well, what happened to you to end up here of all places?
We got into a little ethical disagreement with our boss. Do you know anything about that, Gnome Chomsky?
It's not my name.
Your name's not
I'd
Gnome
rather be
Chomsky.
compared to Noam Chomsky than just a regular gnome, so I guess I'm really moving up in the world around these parts.
Yeah, we're being punished for a bit of a confidentiality breach. Does Gnome
We're all
Chomsky
being
have
punished
any?
around these parts.
Does Gnome Chomsky have any thoughts on privacy concerns in this technological era?
You know, I don't like to bother with all that kind of stuff. You know, take me back to the old days when things were a little bit more simple. That's what I always say.
What kind of
your
old
friends,
days? Like
they aren't like you and me, are they? Your friends, they're just regular interns. They're not like us, are they?
Oh, do you mean you're a bit of a wire keeper?
He like winces when you say Vire, and he goes, well, I didn't ask to be this way, but we're all like this around here. Not so much your friends, though.
Nothing wrong with
as far as I can see.
Yeah, no, it's just you and me, but there's nothing wrong with being different or a little bit short.
I've told Curse.
I think it's Curse being short.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Welcome back, Slam. Yeah, how tall's Curse? I need to decide how this guy responds.
Yeah, I don't know. How tall should I be? Maybe I'm short too, so it's not as much of a devastating insult.
Are you like his height or shorter?
I feel like I've been
5'4",
kind of short in
5'5"?
Kat's drawings. Yeah, maybe like 5'4".
Okay, then I guess he just sort of like rolls his eyes at your, late established humor and goes, first things first, if you're gonna, move around here and not just be stuck standing where you are, is a little trick. It takes a little bit of rhythm, but once you get used to it, see how those little droplets are kind of firing across?
Mm-hmm.
Wait until the moment after they've fired and then, step through. Don't just try to walk around and ignore them. If one of those hits you, it's not a pleasant experience for someone of your constitution.
Uh-oh, is it safe for the rest of my companions, but just not for me?
I mean, they should try to avoid them as well, but it's a lot less safe for you. I don't so much know what's going on with your friend there in the back, he indicates to Cashew. Something seems a little off about her, too. I suggest she be careful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are the rest of your friends just regular interns? I haven't seen a intern here in, I can't even, it's been a while.
Yep, just regular.
You kind of look, you're sort of dressed like an intern. That's pretty cute.
Yeah, I like to.
Is that like part of your brand?
Yeah, I like to fit in with the other interns. I don't want them to feel threatened by me.
Kurt, is that you being honest or bluffing to fit in?
Bluffing to fit in.
So make a people skills check.
Uh-oh.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good, not bad.
He doesn't really know what to make of that. So he just sort of like raises his eyebrow at you. And then he's like, just do as I do. And he walks over, one sec. He gives sort of a charming little waddle over to a line where the mercury bolts go by, and he like waits until they shoot. Then he does like a little, he sort of looks like he's like hopping over a little jump rope, and he takes your hand and he tries to get you to hop with him.
Cute.
Do I need to do a roll for hopping?
You can make an athletics check just to make sure that you don't trip over your own feet. You know, if you want a possible comedy opportunity, make an athletics check.
Well,
I guess maybe actually you should when you try to
so-
cross these lines.
Oh, that's pretty good, for real.
So someone's an athlete today. So move your character to the other side next to.
Noam Chomsky.
Hey kid, that was pretty good. I think you're gonna fit in just fine around here. My name is Mr. S. Yeah, and I would
Mr. S.
like to welcome you to Brand Zone 16A.
Thank you, Mr. X. I guess I'll have to get used to calling you that from now on.
Well, definitely better than Gnome or Noam Chomsky or whatever else you comedians here thought about calling me.
What's this area called again?
This is Brand Zone 16A, and it's, the place I call home now for about the last, who knows, hard to tell how time passes around here.
So why did you get sent here? Did you get in trouble for something?
You know, the world changes, and you know, there's just not always, I guess, you know, there's not as much use at the company for brands like me.
What kind of brand are you?
Oh well, you know, back in my day, I was a pretty exciting brand. Lots of, you know, I can't. Funny thing about being here, you forget what you were like in the real world. So there's only so much I can really tell you about that. But you know, in my day, I was you know, I was a hot brand. People definitely. I bet people cared when I wasn't around anymore.
Was your brand related to gnomes?
Oh my god.
How long are we going to keep doing this bit, sweetheart?
Hey, who is this? Noam Chomsky?
Yeah, I hear gnomes
I don't
like
have to help you and your friends, you know. I could, fine, whatever. Just call me Noam Chomsky. But I would prefer if you called me by my name, Mr. S.
Oh, no problem.
I even look like Noam Chomsky, I'd like to point out. I mean, you know, I wish I had that head of hair. I just recently watched, like, for some reason I ended up on YouTube watching a video of, like, Noam Chomsky and ContraPoint talking to, like, someone in an interview. I was like, whoa, this is the world I live in.
Sometimes I post in the Noam Chomsky Reddit, and then everyone downvotes me and says it's irrelevant.
Well, they're not wrong.
Noam Chomsky answers every email he gets.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I'm definitely gonna email him now.
What are you gonna say?
I had a friend who emailed Noam Chomsky in high school and bragged about getting a response, and we all thought he was a genius because Noam Chomsky answered him. Now I just realized
But now we all know.
Answers literally everyone.
Let's all email him, but call him GNOME Chomsky in our emails. And all five
does
of
he
us.
answer trolls?
Wait, how does he answer all of the emails?
Yeah, Noam Chomsky's very famous. He must get a lot of emails.
I get the feeling that he loves sitting in front of his computer and being in contact with people.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's just like 1 billion years old.
He's 92. I'm gonna email him. I'm
Me
gonna send him some of my
too.
videos.
He's 92. That's incredible.
I'm gonna send him some of my videos and we can chat about them.
There's a couple of points in like it wasn't a debate. It was like a discussion about the future of the left or something like
So
that.
he was talking with ContraPoint?
Him and ContraPoints were both answering with other guys' questions, but there's a couple times where ContraPoints said something, and Noam Chomsky, in his like old crotchety self, just like responded being like, I don't really know what any of what you said just meant. And then ContraPoint, like, you know, like ContraPoint is a very like confident and eloquent person, but like I think like anyone who's like sitting in a round table with Noam Chomsky is probably a little bit like intimidated. I don't know, like he's just kind of like, he's not a real person. He's kind of like, you know, he like this like, I don't know, like
there's this legend that's happening in front of me that I'm like bearing witness to.
Yeah, so like I feel like if Noam Chomsky doesn't get your point, you probably feel a bit insecure for a second.
Yeah, and you're like, you don't even want to explain it because you're like,
what about what I said? I mean, like she is awesome, but
I assumed it's just because he's like old and not up on all of current identity politics, maybe. Is that the kind of thing going on?
Yeah, no, Chomsky's like anti-cancel culture, but so is ContraPoints. So
yeah,
she is.
I don't know where. I'm wondering where because the ContraPoints is not like a bastion of identity politics, despite being a trans woman. So I'm trying to think of where they would do. Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Kat.
I just want to tell a personal story, okay? So I saw Franco Bifo Berardi talk about, before this book came out, I saw him present about this book. the same stuff that's in this book. And then I went up to him after, all by myself, and asked a question that kind of related to other theory that was happening in the States. And I was in England at the time, and he just smiled at me and had no idea what I was saying, and I felt horrible. I tried to intersect his work with something that I was personally interested in and currently studying, and he just didn't get it at all. Plus, he's also very old. He's not. I don't think he's 92, but he's very old, and he's
who was
Italian. Franco Bifo Berardi.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And did he ever say what's in the sauce? Boyardi.
Oh, I was like, oh no, is this a joke? Is this a dude's joke?
Is this a Noam Chomsky joke? I
Is
remember
this a joke about dudes that cool dudes know it's in the sauce. Anyway.
My main man Preston Jacobs, you know, the Game of Thrones conspiracy theory artist, YouTube personality, won tickets to go to a dinner that George R.R. Martin would be present at, and he makes a video about his interaction, and Preston got to ask George R.R. Martin one question, and he agonized for weeks over the question that he would ask George R.R. Martin. And obviously he wanted to catch his attention and also maybe glean a nugget of the mystery of A Song of Ice and Fire. And he asked it, and he asked this extremely educated question. I don't remember what it was, but it was a question designed to prove that he was a hyper intense super fan, while also trying to get also a question he was intensely interested in. And George R.R. Martin just shrugged him off, he was just he asked a question about his what kind of food his dog ate or something like that. It was it was it was the high water mark of this YouTube creator's life, and that's where the wave hit and rolled back into the sea.
If only he saw the great stuff that he does.
Yeah. If I was George R.R. Martin, all I'd want to do is watch Preston Jacobs videos. But I'm not, so what would I know?
Someday someone will make videos about your work like that.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Where's that fan interaction?
Coming up soon.
Yeah. One day while I'm playing Warhammer with Sam, Quinlan, intern 3D Poo, will ask me a question about Bodro Plaza, and I'll be like, whatever, bro, I don't care. And Quinlan will be, just think I was kind of rude.
Get out of here.
Anyway, back with Mr. S in Brand Zone 16A. What do you guys do? I know I haven't provided a whole bunch of exciting options yet, but there's stuff in this world. But I also do want you to experience the dreary nature of this horrible place. So I'm not gonna inject much pace into this.
Okay.
Very much a barren desert that you need to explore and find things in.
Cool.
So Mr. S said you got a deck of cards so we could use to pass the time?
I really don't. But if someone made a deck of cards, I'd sure love to play a game of gin rummy.
I love gin rummy.
It's funny you mentioned It's funny you mentioned that because I actually have a deck of cards that's Noam Chomsky themed art.
Oh my gosh! She doesn't stop with this. This is her thing, I guess. She just wants to. I don't know what I did to deserve this, but this, the newbie plops down almost right on top of my lap, and it's just Noam Chomsky jokes for the rest of the day.
I can't get time for that.
If it makes you feel better, she says that about everyone.
Yeah, I'm actually just obsessed with Noam Chomsky. It doesn't have anything to do with you.
Don't
take it personal.
If that makes me feel better or worse.
Everyone that looks like Noam Chomsky.
Yeah, you're not special. I have facial recognition blindness where I think everyone looks like Noam Chomsky. I can't distinguish
That's an interesting
faces
trait.
apart from Noam Chomsky.
So does your buddy here look like Noam Chomsky?
Which one?
Ooh.
The gentleman in the glass. Oh, this looks like an intern stand. I haven't seen an intern stand. Do they still have intern stands back at the corporate headquarters?
All intern stands look exactly like Noam Chomsky. That's why that's what differentiates.
I understand now why you'd say that, but they don't. No, well, I mean, they got glasses, curly hair. I guess you can kind of see where you're coming from with that, I suppose.
Now that I know what it's like to be called Noam Chomsky, undeservedly.
Twice.
Let's start getting out of here.
Yeah,
so I understand why you ended up here. Sorry, what's your name, Miss Noam Chomsky fan? Miss Noam Chomsky fan 88?
My name's intern Noam Curse Chomsky.
I'm just gonna assume that means that your name is Curse.
Yes.
Fun
correct.
name. Nice to meet you. I'm Mr. S, like I said, not Noam Chomsky, Mr. S, not Mr. Noam S. Chomsky, just Mr. S. I can obviously see why you're here, but what are all your friends doing here? This isn't, again, we don't see interns around here very often.
What are you guys doing here?
Can we?
Yeah, they're not that far away, but you could also go over to them.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that they weren't all standing in the
Ah,
Wait,
what
loud.
is making that crazy noise? What did you just do, Esther?
I don't think we did anything.
It's coming from you.
I can't hear Esther anymore. I got the opposite.
Who do you have it from?
No, I just can't hear Esther anymore.
Oh, okay.
Hear me?
Or hear
I
very
can barely
far
hear
away.
you. I bet Ian can't hear the noise because he's too old. Because you're hearing, your upper ranges of your
Yeah,
hearing
okay.
decreases the older you can go, and you're the oldest. And
Gotcha, Ian.
No,
You're suffering
Esther's
the
older
fate
than
that
me.
we're all suffering.
well, Esther can't hear it because it's a. Well, maybe that is why Esther can't hear it.
I don't think it's that
No one
high
over
pitched.
the age of 32 can hear what's happening right now. You young whippersnappers and your heavy metal concerts.
Every time I nanny, often when I nanny, like kids pride themselves on being able to hear high pitched sounds, and I'm like,
So what you're really saying is that Jonathan is just like one of the kids you babysit.
yeah, at least $20 per hour.
Jonathan, you owe Maya $20 per hour
Yeah.
for every time we played Bodro Plaja, based off this one thing you said.
And I'd like my TCT fare to be covered too, because like they're back $3. That's $6.
A theoretical TTC fare, like as if I pay you as if you were.
As if I'm coming back and
TTC?
forth to coming to you. Yeah.
You can just pay her gas back and forth from Halifax to Bayport.
I
Is that
keep
valid?
logging on.
Still there.
You want to try logging on and off and on rather?
Okay.
Or no, just Esther. The sound is coming from Esther's source
Okay.
somehow.
I'm just getting confused.
Now it's gone.
I think she's in the disconnecting.
That was her leaving. That's why it's gone. Okay.
Very intern curse of her.
It is. Did Maya unplug her headphones? And am I now issuing from her speakers?
Oh, she did like hang up her speakers
Oh,
on top
nice,
of.
nice.
Yeah, did something crazy happen?
No, I could just hear myself slightly. I was
Whoa.
trying to.
She put her headphones right next to the mic.
Technology, dude.
You could have killed him, and he's the only guy you have left to babysit.
How is it
Keeping me
now?
afloat.
Perfect.
Okay,
Perfect.
good. I don't know what that was. I'm sorry.
Is it your new computer?
Okay,
Is it
I
the
like your
same
pigtails,
computer
by the
that?
way.
Yeah. Is it the new one?
Yeah, it's my new one.
Kirsch,
My new
I
fancy
like your
one.
pigtails.
Aw, thank you.
They're really cute. I want to copy you.
Yeah, they have like little bows on them.
Hmm.
I could see you pulling off this look.
Thank you. I want to go for it.
You're welcome. Do it. We can have matching space buns next time.
Okay.
You and Shmi
Mhm.
and Slam Roberts make a perception check.
I'll roll for Dashi.
Whoa.
Wow, you guys are, I feel like this has been a bad collective rolling that. You got a 1. So I think, yeah, Shmi, you're just kind of upset and you like close your eyes.
Yeah, Molly Green Vapors isn't here, and I thought she would like sit on my lap.
Yeah, you were like standing up when you asked that too, which was a weird move.
Want to sit on my lap?
Who like doesn't even have a chair when they ask someone to like, imagine you're like, I don't know, you're like in Kensington Market or something like that, and a guy who's like standing there that you've been talking to is like, come sit on my lap. And he's just standing there, you're just like what? And then he just asked me to sit on his lap, and he was just standing there. Like, A, it was an inappropriate question, but B, how was I supposed to do that, even if I didn't find it creepy?
Imagining in Country Market is even better, like in front of Blackbird Bakery.
Then also keep calling you Gnome Chomsky as well.
So yeah, none of you see shit. Mr. S all of a sudden looks uncomfortable and is like, yeah, you know, gee, I gotta go for now. I'll definitely come find you guys later. Hey, be careful up there, okay? It's just, you know, this is a safe for you know, for interns or infected brands to be. I gotta go. Bye. And Mr. S disappears. And I like imagine right now.
Infected brands.
So like, yeah, he did say that. I imagine now the music from Peter and the Wolf. It just came into my head.
How's it go?
I don't remember which character it is. It goes like dun 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 dun. I don't know if it's like, it might be the Wolf song. Anyways.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that band.
You see a like large, shambling mound approaching.
Whoa.
Out of the fog, it suddenly looms.
Like in Spirited Away, with like the monster.
Yeah, kind of. So you see this like almost like fat centaur shaped thing coming towards you, and that it has like the upper body of a man, but its lower body's not horse legs. It's like looks like maybe some sort of like a building that's just sort of shambling over the ground. The man is like very fat, and has like blue, white, and red like sports face paint, kind of like tribal face paint on. And like his lower body looks like an arena.
What?
Like a sports arena or something like that, and his like fat body just sits on top of it like some sort of centaur. And it looks like there's, just kind of it's like this chaotic like I don't know, giant model building lower body, and
does it have a face?
And he's wearing like a red track jacket. His face is red, white, and blue. Very like puffy, big double chin. And yeah, like I really imagine that Peter the Wolf music, him evoking that kind of energy. You definitely feel his presence, and this guy kind of comes through and is like, hello everyone. What brings you to this part of town?
Looking for some good company.
Well, you certainly found it here. Come gather around. I can't see all you guys. Who are you little guys?
Is he really tall?
He's big. He's maybe he's 14 feet tall.
I guess he's not a gnome, huh?
You should still call him a gnome, though. Can I do a perception check on him?
Yeah, do a perception check on him. 1 sec.
Are you peeing? Because if you're peeing, we don't know. All right, someone
There's
get
rules to follow if you're peeing.
Mm-hmm.
Careful.
Okay, I'm
Somebody roll the cup.
That looks. I'm rolling it. It looks like it's a Ghostbusters memorabilia cup.
Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2, or Ghostbusters 2016?
I'm convinced.
It's a fan fiction of number 1.
What's the fan fiction about?
It's about that sexy one. That cool. His name is Blubber.
Slimer? Is the sexy one?
That's how you remember him as the sexy one and not just the food one or the slime one?
The slime one is drinking coffee and is like, wait, my slime needs a coffee before my coffee gets a coffee. And it says on the mug.
Well, I can clearly see through the ruse, but since I got a 20, I choose to believe in the cup.
Okay.
This is the face of a man who chooses to believe in the cup.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me before my slime has had a coffee. Is that better?
I don't know
Why
what
does
you're
it
talking
say
about.
that? What does that mean? But
This is the cup that you're trying to pee?
Yeah, it's the Ghostbusters fan fiction memorabilia cup, and Slimer's on it.
Don't talk to me until my ghouly apparition
coffee.
has had a ghoulish apparition coffee.
Yeah, there.
Okay.
and she remembered Slimer as the sexy one.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that at all.
All right.
He's hotter. This guy's more. What's the final bad guy in the Ghostbusters movie? The Michelin, the big marshmallow man.
David Bowie was there
Yeah, the
as well.
Michelin man's not gonna chase after you.
This guy you're sitting in front of right now, peeing into a cup in front of his. It looks more like that. He looks like a mix actually of Slimer and the Marshmallow Man.
Does he see that we're peeing into a cup?
Yeah, and he rolls over. He also wants to pee in the cup.
Oh my God! Is it
You guys are a riot. He says.
We get to see his. Wait, can we say the? Can I say the word?
Yeah, but his peeing apparatus looks like it's like a statue of a sports fan comes out of him and barfs into the cup. Hey, I just made that up on the spot. I didn't design his what he pees out of.
From now on, every character you have to do that.
Roll. You should make a table of urethras, and then you roll a urethra.
I should definitely do that so I never have to improvise this again. I want to be prepared next time. Different things people can pee out of on their bodies. What?
You roll a urethratic chart.
And when you roll a 10, it means a statue of a sports fan comes out of your body and vomits out urine.
Yeah, it gets summoned from
apparently.
Summoned from the urethratic plane.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. So he doesn't always have a urethra, it's summoned when he needs to use it?
No, the urethratic plane is just where all our peeing vessels come from.
Oh, okay, but we still have them regularly.
Mostly occupied by things that are kind of penises and vaginas, but you know, there's other stuff there too, and he's got one of them.
It's infinite.
He's like, well, aren't you all an interesting bunch? An interesting, this is the largest crop of brands we've seen come down around here in a long time. You know, tell me a little bit about yourselves. My name is Colossal.
Colossal.
Kind of a big deal around these parts, you know, like, people probably kind of think of me as sort of like a mayor or something.
Oh, no.
I mean, there's not, like, you know, there's not like a city council or anything like that, or a brand zone council, but, you know, if you want to call me the mayor, I don't mind. You can call me Klaus, whatever, you know, I'm a personable guy.
Do you give out presents like Santa Claus?
You know, I would certainly like to, but there's someone else here better suited to do that.
Do you give any presents out?
Yeah, I don't have, you
Trophies?
That sounds sinister about someone better suited to give presents out.
You'd have to, like, you know, win some kind of a game to get a trophy from me.
Do you want to have a competition?
Yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm interested.
Okay, team. Let's gather around. What competition should we have against this scary monster?
We're really good at golf, right?
Yeah.
That's like a major thing.
Yeah, we've been practicing.
All of us.
Yeah, why don't we do a golf competition?
Everyone make a perception check on this guy.
Can you do it for me, Ian? Ian?
Yeah, I'll do it, yeah. You don't have a bonus on perception, right?
Nope. Like, sure as heck don't have any negative points either.
You're just a pure athlete.
Yeah.
I'm very
Cashew. Looking for someone to beat a specific number that I have in my head. Okay, so Stan and Esther got 15. Okay, I can't say much, but I'll say you both thought you noticed like something inside his lower body like move around.
Yikes.
You thought you saw maybe like another hand or something like slithered away and hid.
I knew there was something creepy.
And you saw him kind of like grunt a bit and was like.
Well, I bet we can challenge him to some sort of sport.
Not one that will give him an advantage with having an extra weird limb in his lower regions.
Can you guys move your tokens into some sort of position that represents where you're standing? I mean, since we have the map there, it's just to give me an indication of.
Who's the guy we're talking to? The big D?
Yeah, the big D.
Can you
Big
move
D.
me
Talking to
in?
Big D.
What's his name again?
Yeah, you want me to move you into the?
Yeah,
he said you could call it like he offered if you wanted to call him the mayor you could, but it said his name was Colossal.
Colossal. Okay.
What about a competition
So
where
you guys are having a quiet powwow, like right next to him, or you're just saying this to him?
Maybe let's go a little bit farther away. Have a discussion.
Yeah, come over here. Come on.
And someone cast like a no sneaky sneak sound power. Don't we have some sort of technology that makes it so you can't hear sound?
No, I don't.
Spell. Okay, I'll just list for it.
You have one specific piece of technology, and it's called your peripatetic.
Oh yeah, we just text to each other.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Kurt, are you still standing next to Colossal, or are you?
Oh, should I move because we're texting? Yeah.